Hi everybody, I've got another success story from a viewer and it's called Dream Life Success Story. And it goes like this. A lot of goodness has happened in this year for me, but always I waited to write for several excuses like for my life to be even better or perfect. But I can't wait any longer. I need to tell you how my life has changed, or should I say how I have created my life. I found you on YouTube on January of 2018, right after I made a promise to myself on my birthday, which was 1 month before I found you, that I would not wait on my specific person to come into my life to be happy or to start living my dream life. After I made that strong commitment to myself, everything changed and magic entered into my life. And you were one of them. I did your self-love meditations for all 2018, and the corporate job where I was miserable started to change. My coworkers stopped bullying me. I was being respected, and I started meeting the most amazing people outside of work, which I didn't think could happen in my super boring hometown. By the end of 2019, no, that must be 2018 because we're not at the end of 2019 yet. By the end of 2018, I made another promise to myself, and I told myself that in 2019, I had to start living my dream of being a full-time artist and traveler. I quit my job in February of 2019, not knowing what would happen next, and it was the biggest leap of faith I had taken in my life. A job immediately lined up, a digital job designing houses. So my dream started off quickly, and I immediately bought myself a ticket to Europe for my first solo trip ever that upcoming June, and another trip to California in March to start living my dream as soon as possible. It was unbelievable to be living what I had been dreaming of for years, but I have to be honest, the energy of not being free was still within me. So even though I was working from anywhere in the country, in the USA, I still felt like a slave working for somebody telling me what to do and in some way still controlling my life. At this time, I had a huge fear of money, and I was super scared that I made a mistake of quitting my previous job because I was currently earning less than half of what I was earning at that corporate job. My parents were mad and disappointed that I had made that decision. Mexican family. But me, knowing how much I had created for myself already, I knew money was just a huge mental block that I needed to uncover. It took me about 3 months to surrender and look at all the limiting beliefs of being homeless or poor I had within myself, and I focused intensely on money, which I had hated doing before. In May of 2019, just the way I found you, I found a money coach on YouTube, and I knew it was a sign that I should work with him. So I hired him for a whole month, and I sold my first piece of artwork, which it was the biggest mental block in my life since I was 15 years old, because I wanted to study art in college, but my parents told me I would never make it as an artist and would be living in the streets. I did that, so I went into architecture instead. Once I sold that artwork in May, which was a couple of weeks before going into my big European trip, I knew I could create anything in my life. 6 days before I flew to Europe, my boss and I got into a huge argument and pretty much quit that job because I wasn't going to take any disrespect from anybody, not even my boss. I felt lost, scared, but so light, free, and powerful. I didn't have a job now, and I wasn't going to earn money while I was traveling, while I was overwhelmed. But I didn't know how this trip was going to turn out, but I trusted myself that I could create money without having a laptop or any tools at hand. I didn't have any camping gear or backpack stuff with me, so by the time I bought everything I needed for this trip, I only had $1,400 left in my bank account, and I was scared as shit. But my heart felt big, open, light, and excited, and I trusted, and so off I went. Now I'm 2.5 months into my hitchhiking trip here in Europe, and I have been to 4 countries so far, and 2 of them are considered the most expensive countries in the world. I have more than double the money I started off with in my bank account, and I have my own amazing laptop, and I have several clients I'm doing design services for. I am a full-time art nomad stroke traveler. I am truly free, and I've sold 2 more of my artworks during my travels. I'm in the best shape and health of my life. Yay! Currently, I have 2 weeks left in the Europe tour, then I fly back to the US and I will buy my dream van to keep traveling the world. I have some mental blocks about this van, but I know I can create her without having the money for it. On the next letter I write to you, I will tell you all about my van and my continuing travels. But for now, this is it, and I hope this inspires somebody to just go for it. There is never a right time to live out your dreams. You just got to trust, and everything will line up for you. The universe loves you as long as you love yourself first. Thank you, Agnes. Much love, and until next time, love, Maria. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. That's a big trust, isn't it? Lovely, Maria. I will put the Dream Job Success Stories playlist down below. It's got meditations for you to use, etc., etc. And there are a couple of other little YouTubes that link in with this, and I will put that in for you too, for those of you that want to extend and learn a little bit more or get inspired a little bit more. All right, lots of love. See you.